Well, I mean, what an incredible couple of years it's been for you. I mean, have you, because it's been, I imagine it's been so fast and sort of everything happening so rapidly. Have you kind of stopped to sort of take it all in at any point? Because you've had some huge roles in some incredible movies, this being the pinnacle, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I've been told to stop and smell the roses and see what's going on and look around me, because I think that if I wasn't told and if I didn't take a minute, I would, let it pass me by and I wouldn't be able to appreciate how incredible it's been. It's been amazing and a whirlwind, and my head is still spinning, and I'm, trying to sort of live in the moment as it's happening, because, this doesn't happen often.
And Harriet is an incredible woman. I mean, and does that, when you're playing a role like this, and obviously I'm sure it's long, tiring days and everything like that, when you're playing a character who has the most incredible inner strength, does that rub off on you during the set?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. I think that you don't know when it's happening, but eventually the character and you sort of marry as one. You sort of bleed into each other. So some of her habits become my habits, some of my habits become her habits, and it sort of works interchangeably like that, just because you live with them for so long and you work on them for so long and you discover them and you're learning and you're sort of the vessel for this person to come through. I kind of find it thrilling. I love the idea of being able to assume another person and sort of become, I guess, get out of the way, get myself out of the way and let there be space for the character I'm playing, yeah.
And I didn't know about this story, which I think, but this is why I think, how important do you think cinema is as a tool? Because I think there's, and because one of the most important things, I guess, about this movie, above anything else, is sharing her story. So people like me and people around the world who didn't know about her suddenly have, I was reading about her on Wikipedia sort of earlier and stuff, and suddenly I've been telling my friends about her. What is that, how important is that kind of side of things?
That, for me, was probably that was the most important thing for me. Yesterday, someone had messaged me to tell me that they had raised some money to take their school to go and see the film, and that is what means the most. The idea that people are now reaching out and learning about her and using this film as a learning tool to teach each other, to introduce each other to this person who did an incredible thing in history, who changed the world, and who we haven't really heard about and heard enough about, and now we get to celebrate her. And I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing that a new generation of people are going to come up and they get to know about her fully, and the people who previously only knew a little bit get to learn a bit more about her, and maybe those people who've known about her but haven't had the proper tool to show someone else now have something to show someone.
Because you think we're undertaught things like this at school? Because I could tell you all of Henry VIII's wives, but I knew nothing about some of,
I think
things
we
like
are
this in
undertaught.
America.
I think there are, not just American history, but I think Black history as a whole is horribly undertaught. And I think that, I hope that this will serve as a starting point for us to discuss more of the heroes that we have in history and the people that have changed the world and done incredible things, because it's necessary. And there are many more. Yeah,
but on that sort of note, I mean, because I think we do see films that tackle kind of race and identity in America, but I was interviewing an actor called Damson Idris recently, who's the lead role in Farming, which is coming out this weekend, and he said he doesn't think there's anywhere near enough British films about the Black British experience. We know so much about American race and politics, but very little about what happens on our own turf. Would you agree with that as well?
I do agree with that, and our history is very storied and rich, and sometimes very harrowing. But I don't think we've even begun to crack that open and have conversations about it, or let alone seeing it on screen. So I think that now is a really good time to start opening up the dialogue and speaking about what has been and what's been going on, especially where we are right now, because there's so much happening and some not very great things are happening, and that will serve as a repeat in history if we don't start talking about what's already happened. I think it's time to make some changes when it comes to that. Yeah.
Thanks so much for your time today. Really
Thank you very much. Thank you.